Hi all, I just want to give you all a summary of where we're at with the assessments and the resources. So first of all, just some changes to Edu Go. Um, you'll see that in session one now, if you haven't already taught school-based, you'll notice with all the courses we've got something called Getting Started at VFA. It's a video and it's got a quiz attached to it. So students need to complete that quiz on their first session. What you wouldn't have seen before is that in session 4 we've got another one, and this is called a guide to assessments. It's another video that talks about the assessment process, and it's got a quiz associated with it. So I need you all to get in and have a look at that video and have a look at the quiz. It's a self-correct quiz. There's only 3 or 4 questions, so it's pretty straightforward, but it relates to all that information that's at the start of assessment tasks on plagiarism and cheating, the forms of assessment, how to complete assessments, the importance of your signature and completing assessments properly, all that sort of information. So that's new. So we've got that. We've got 2 videos now around session 1. The other one will basically be, it might be 4, it might be session 2. It tends to be when their first assessment task is released outside of session 1. The placement books have all been put together. They look a heaps better, so thanks to Ange, Amanda, and especially Candice for the work on that. So as mentioned, they're a lot more structured. There's a bit more for them to do each week, but what I want to happen is, and Emily will be looking at this, she'll be adding some extra information to the lesson plan, but each week I want 20 or 30 minutes set aside to actually go over this in class. This will mean that the students are staying on top of their placement book, which will take pressure off at the end of the year. So it's your responsibility to actually, as you go through it in class, have a bit of a whip around to make sure this is being done. But also, I want it to be something that's not just a check, it's something that's fairly constructive. So say with this example here, it's discuss a product or service delivery quality that you witnessed during your shift. This may be good or bad. So you can get people to volunteer answers so you can get a bit of discussion around it. So every week, in class, 20 or 30 minutes to be spent on that week's placement reflections. We still have a goal of getting us videos onto all assessment tasks, describing what's expected from the assessment tasks, but we've probably still only got about videos on 50% of assessment, so we are running behind on that, but that's going to be a goal over the next 4 to 6 weeks to try and get those assessment tasks to all have videos. It's in particular school-based ones where they don't have videos attached to them in most cases. What has improved is that when you've got assessment tasks, you'll find that in most cases the template will be attached to the assessment task. So that will make it a lot more consistent. Plus the templates have been improved, so Candice has put a lot of work into tidying them up and version controlling them. So they'll also look a lot neater. So that, as I mentioned before, will help with our consistency and create less stress because you'll know where those templates are. We're having some problems with the SCORM files, in particular with fitness. So if we click on them, often throughout these SCORM files we've got videos. As you can see, when you click on it, the video plays. The issue we're having is that with lots of the SCORM files, when you click on the video, what's happening is a box is trying to load, but it's just staying white. So we are onto this. We've sent these off to Articulate in America to try and get it sorted out. So just so you know, for the Foundations of Fitness, it's right for the first week, but for the second week onwards, there's this problem existing. So we're looking to have that sorted out later this week so it doesn't disrupt anything for the students. A focus of Em's is going to be the PowerPoints, so she's going to be making sure over the next few months they're put into this new format. We've got appropriate pictures in there, but most importantly she's going to check the spelling and grammar, currency of information, especially if it's about acts and regulations, and that all required links are working. For fitness teachers, the Foundations of Fitness logbook's not quite ready. I just want to look at making some changes to this so that we don't have the issue with things being backlogged too much. So we've changed it so that you can get the students out on placement a bit earlier. So that's going to be, we'll be giving you more information on that. It'll be around week 3 that the students can start looking at doing some placement, but we want it to be more of an experience and not have to do too many tasks on it. So that relates to that logbook. You should receive that fairly soon. A big thanks to those people who've been putting a lot of work in over the last 4 or 5 months on resources. I know it's a big job, but it's appreciated the work you've put in. They're starting to look really good. In regards to what we've discussed in this video, if you've got any questions or there's things that you haven't covered that I haven't covered that you feel you're a little unclear on, just shoot me an email, and we'll probably put another one of these out in the next week and a half to give everyone a further update on how things are going.